When you're home, are you really there? You're thinking, well, of course I'm really there. I'm home. But really, I know you're there physically, but are you there mentally? Are you engaged with your wife, with your kids, with your family, with your husband? Are you there? I recently asked my wife, Kathy, babe, how does it look like to you, or what's it look like to you with my work and home life balance? Are you okay? Are you good with that? And she goes, you know what? Let me just say this. I can tell when you're not here. I know you're here, but you're not. And man, that hit me. I don't want to be that person. I want to be engaged with what the conversations that we're having, and just spending that time together. I want to be an excellent spouse for her. And I started thinking, and we may think that our spouses don't notice these things, but they do. They do. And my biggest temptation, and I will say this is a temptation in my life, is checking my phone after hours, on my days off. I want to be connected to what's going on, being able to respond in a timely fashion. And I'm telling you, this is where I am not there, because I may believe that okay, I'm going to read this email and I'm not gonna answer it, but I'm just going to read it so I can again be connected. But yeah, here's the deal. When I do this, and maybe you've done the same thing, you read the email, but then you're thinking about the response. You're thinking about what that means, and maybe that might mean 3 or 4 different things you need to do to respond to this, and you're not there. I'm not there when I do that. And whether that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it could be 2 hours. Let me give you an example. I'm going to be totally transparent with you. A few days ago, I had a day off. On that day off, I responded to 22 emails and took a couple phone calls as it related to my job here at the church. That is not good. And I have repented for that, and this is what's precipitated me, again, speaking to you, and I really started diving into the Word as it related to this. The Holy Spirit really convicted me after my conversation with my wife, and she was so sweet about it. But obviously I've seen an area in my life that I can improve on, and I went to Luke 5, and Jesus is approached by a leper and asks Jesus to heal him, and he does, and it's fabulous. And what I caught from these verses is that Jesus told him not to tell anybody. Don't go tell anybody, but yet he did. And I'm sure people are asking the leper, what happened? Your leprosy's gone. He's like, oh, this man Jesus healed me, and word spread, and so there's a demand on Jesus's time at this point, because it says that many people gathered and they're asking Jesus to heal them. And in verse 16 it says, but yet he often withdrew to quiet places and prayed. Now I get this image of all these people just screaming out to Jesus and asking that they would heal, or he would heal them as well. But yet here he has his priorities straight, and the fact that he knew that he needed to withdraw, take that time to refresh and renew, and to connect to the Father, and to be engaged with the Father, so that he could go out and minister to the people and go about the Father's business, right? And I think that for me, I am not withdrawing. I recognize that there's a demand on my time and through these emails and phone calls, but yet I'm not taking my priorities. I'm not setting my priorities straight in the fact that I need to withdraw. I need to refresh or renew so that I can minister to people going forward in a most excellent way. So that's what I really drew from the Word, is that even though there was a tremendous demand on Jesus' time, he took that time. He had his priorities straight. And I think some of us may think, and I think if I'm really honest with myself, that I don't want to miss a thing. I want to make sure I'm on top of everything. But yet Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you as well." I know when we have our priorities straight, God has got our backs, right? He does. So let me just say this. Please resist the temptation and be there for your spouse and for your kids after hours and on your days off. Work can wait. When you're at work, be excellent and do what you do, but just resist that temptation. And so we've adopted in our department here, when we're saying goodbye to everybody at night, it's that little phrase, be there. So I'm saying to you, be there for your family. You won't regret it. It will be amazing how God shows up in your life. And I actually think you can be way more productive now that you have your priorities straight. God bless you, and we love you.